Good morning, crypto maniac boomers. The crypto commander-in-chief, Champagne Crypto, back with another live stream. A little early on you guys, making sure you're on your P's and Q's and you're on your toes out there. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, along with some claims by Craig Wright with the Copyright Office saying that he's Satoshi. We're going to go over that and what Ron Paul had to say about banning Bitcoin. But first, let me shout out Trap Top TV, Tech 48, and the rest of the boomers that are tuning in. Guys, touch the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Button it up. We're here every morning or early afternoons on the weekdays, spreading that good crypto word. I'm up a little earlier today, making sure you guys are on your P's and Q's. I got the sniper rifle out. Be prepared. You always got to be ready out there. Sound the alarms, the sirens. You never know. When Lambos and Hubbies, says Miss Archie. We'll see. There's an article out there saying Bitcoin may reach 20K in 13 days. I'm going to discuss it and give you guys my opinion and tell you guys what I think. Niagara Gardeners here. Shout out to you. Tech 48, Trap Talk TV, and the rest of the boomers out there. We'll talk about Bitcoin pullback. Is it going to do a little pullback, a little dip dive and a slide, or will it reach 20K in 13 days? We'll also be talking about Craig Wright attempting to copyright the Bitcoin white paper. There's already headlines out there saying that it's been confirmed that he is Satoshi. I think it's fake news, and I want to talk about that as well. Shout out to Jigger Romes. I see you. Niagara Gardner says going to trade in half my silver stack today for the bits. That's an aggressive move. You know, I like the precious metals, but, you know, I can see your logic. Maybe you think that the bits are going to increase in value faster than silver will. And I find it hard to disagree with that. But no one knows. Champ, it's Cliff Martin. I changed my name. I see the pictures look similar, but definitely not the name. Well, welcome back, Cliff. Hefe Crypto says, I don't know about this Craig Wright thing. Still very skeptical. We're going to be talking about that and give you guys my opinion. I'm skeptical as well. We'll talk about Bitcoin pulling back maybe or reaching 20K in 13 days, according to some chart analysts out there. And then what Ron Paul has to say about banning crypto. You know, there was a congressman last week calling for an outright ban of crypto. So we'll be discussing that as well. CW is a punk, says Momo. Yeah, I mean, you know, I definitely don't like his attitude, so I wouldn't be happy if he's Satoshi, and I still don't think he is, but we'll be discussing what the headlines say out there. So let's check out today's mathematics over there on CoinMarketCap. Let me hit refresh, make sure we're up to date with the latest cup. Boom. 249 here on all the bags. So basically 250 billion worldwide on all the bags. We got Bitcoin dominance still about the same at 56.5. You saw the Bitcoin dominance rise up to 60% at one point and then pull back as people got into the altcoins. I told you guys it was time to focus on the altcoins when I did, and there was a little kaboom. I seen some of the altcoins rise a little faster than Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently at 69.51. We'll be talking about what will happen if the price could reach to 83. Ether at 252. Up 2% today. Ripple is straight trash bags. I had to tell somebody in the population of the chat box to get out of the population the other day. They were talking about Ripple. You know, these newbies, these NPCs. I want nothing to do with Ripple, a.k.a. Cripple. Someone said there in the population yesterday. So you know how I feel. Bitcoin Cash there at 424. Bitcoin Cash is performing. It seems like Bitcoin Cash has been gaining more weight than Bitcoin itself. I like Bitcoin Cash, although I don't hold any bags. I rather hold a Litecoin bag, but shout out to my BCHers. I like the attitude sometimes, you know. They want to go their own way, and they made it happen. You know, sometimes they play a little dirty over there at BCH. They do play a little dirty out there. But, you know, they're here to stay, apparently. We got EOS there at the number 5 spot at 629. Shout out to all my EOS maniacs. Ethereum on steroids again. Check out EOS Rex. Check out Shintai. And those are exchanges that allow you to lend out your EOS tokens and your EOS resources in order to gain a little passive income out there. So you can check that out. I have videos about that as well. You got Litecoin there at $91. Let there be light. Let there be over $100 Litecoin. Let's be honest with that. And I said this yesterday. When are we going to find out what the finality is with this Mimblewimble intention? Mimblewimble of the protocol that would allow Litecoin to implement private transactions and make the coin fungible, which is something that I am looking forward to. Hopefully they make it happen. You got Binance at $29. Look at Binance at an all-time high. I'm about to hit $30. Binance, don't stop, can't stop. Hashtag bad boy for Binance. Let me drop a bomb for Binance. See all the Binance maniacs out there. BNB for basically $30. Looking sexy out there. Binance. They got a revenue model, and they're making revenue, guys, at the end of the day, and they're being used. Top exchange in the world. I wouldn't throw all the bags on Binance, though. I'll tell you that, and I'll continue to tell you, boomers, I would not hold all the bags in Binance. This is a centralized coin, from my understanding. Although they performed well after the hack, so that's what it is. Stellar at 13 cents. Cardano at 8 cents. I told you guys I'm going to send out a sniper team over there to the Cardano maniacs if they don't get this Shelly up and running sooner than later. They got till about the end of the month, T-minus 10 days, 14 days, something like that. We got Satoshi Vision up 95% after the news that's going around there. And there's I would say some of the headlines there concerning Craig Wright being Satoshi are a little misleading. They're saying that it's been confirmed that he's Satoshi, and it's not. And I'm going to read you guys this article in just a second. You got Tron there at 2 cents, Monero at $88, Dash at 163, and IOTA at 40 cents. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Before we talk about 20K and 13-day, let's talk about what Craig Wright did there and why Satoshi Vision is booming today. You got Craig Wright attempts, the word is attempts, to copyright the Satoshi white paper and original Bitcoin code. Okay, Craig Wright, the self-proclaimed creator of Bitcoin, he's been going around saying he's Satoshi, and everybody's been calling him the fake Toshi. And, he could prove it by moving the coins out of the wallet, which he hasn't done. And we've talked about some conspiracy theories earlier last week that said that he's not necessarily Satoshi, but he has his hands on the wallet and he's trying to crack it. So he's trying to make everybody believe he's Satoshi in order to be in the clear once he cracks the code, apparently. So there's all kinds of conspiracy. Let me get back to reading this, though. He has filed registration with the U.S. Copyright Office supporting his claims of authorship over the original Bitcoin code and Satoshi white paper. The registrations, which are visible, you can click on the links, and I have the link to this article down below, pertain specifically to Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and Bitcoin, meaning the original 2009 code. Okay, a press release sent to CoinDesk. Okay, because now they're sending press releases and they're trying to promote this. It says in the future, Wright intends to assign the copyright registrations to Bitcoin Association to hold for the benefit of the Bitcoin ecosystem. Bitcoin Association is a global industry organized for Bitcoin business. It supports Bitcoin Satoshi Vision and owns the Bitcoin Satoshi Vision client software. Okay, and then you got Jimmy Nugan commented on the release. He says, "We're thrilled to see Craig Wright recognized as the author of the landmark Bitcoin white paper and early code." There is where I think things get misleading. He hasn't been recognized as the author. He has registered as the author. Okay, and let me go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of what's going on here. You can see Jerry Brito, he tweeted out there. He says, registering a copyright is just filing a form. The Copyright Office does not investigate the validity of the claim. They just register it. Unfortunately, there's no official way to challenge a registration. If there are competing claims, the office will just register all of them. Okay, so, you could have gotten this white paper and registered it yourself. If there's more than competing claims, people could go ahead and continue to register it. This is eventually, I would say, going to be settled in court. Maybe Satoshi's got to come out the gates. I don't know. Let's see what happens out here. So, read what Jerry Brito says. Registering a copyright, just filing a form. Copyright Office does not investigate the validity of the claim. So if they have not investigated the validity of the claim, how could Craig Wright be recognized as the author of the Bitcoin white paper? He's just making a claim. It's like, filing a lawsuit. Anybody could do it. Now, whether it's verified and validated, that's a whole different story. Crypto Task Force says, salute to the general. What a power crush, 13 days, not sure, but crypto will go only way up. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Sorian says, when will Litecoin make a move? Hopefully soon. Archie says, what does fungible mean? Please, everybody. Check out my video down below on Monero, 5 reasons why Monero could be superior to Bitcoin. But just to give you a TLDR, basically it's making the coins not marked. Each coin is not marked. Right now, the Bitcoin coins are marked. So if you end up with the Funny Bunny coin or some coin that has been handled by a dark entity, your coins could be banned, in other words. But, look more into that. You got Crypto Task Force says Litecoin was always the true OG when it comes to crypto. Third classic in place. Wow, 90% up. The hell, man. Not a fan of those Bitcoin copycats. Same with Bitcoin Cash. Only true Bitcoin, no Bitcoin Diamond. Yeah, he's talking about the Satoshi vision. And I told you guys why it's going up because of these claims here. And some of the articles, and they kind of got me too, because I saw a headline that says, it's U.S. copyright confirms Craig Wright is Satoshi Nakamoto. And this is due in part, but I believe by some of the dirty tricks and some of the press releases that are being sent out that are misleading. Okay, the fact is that he's attempting to copyright the Satoshi white paper, but it hasn't been validated, I would say, because, he hasn't proved it. Seen an article that Craig Wright is saying Bitcoin was designed to be a monetary system that works within existing legal frameworks. You know how we feel about the suits being in the game, says Hefe Crypto. And listen, let's be 1,000 here. The fact is that Craig Wright is an informant for the alphabet agencies. Okay, and he was involved in taking down Salachi, and we talked about that last week. So, is he being set up here now to, cross the bridge here from Satoshi Nakamoto to the suits and make it existing, like you said, working within existing legal frameworks? Is this guy like a patsy? I don't know. Okay. I definitely don't like the way it smells. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm confused. And, I'm not convinced. I'll be honest with you. I'll be convinced when someone starts moving those coins. Those coins from Satoshi's wallet, okay? Nobody has moved it, or not even moving a coin, or just sending a message would be sufficient. But, he hasn't proved that he has the keys, bottom line. Craig Wright is the front runner to be Satoshi. Why not, says Mark D. Because he's working for the alphabet agencies, and he may be in bed with the Fed, and he may be, he may not have the best intentions, if he's working with the deep state. Okay, I don't know what's true or not, and I'm trying to find out. Hefe says, even if he was Satoshi, I'm not feeling his intentions. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to line up with Satoshi's intentions. Satoshi was like humble and, quiet. This guy's kind of boisterous. I don't know. Shout out to Momo. I see you. Mike Bono, I see you. But yeah, guys, check it out. You got Craig Wright attempting to copyright the Satoshi white paper and original Bitcoin code. And don't be misled by some of the headlines out there. Registering a copyright is just filing a form, like Jerry Brito says here on Twitter. The Copyright Office does not investigate the validity of the claim. Okay? They haven't validated his claim. They just register it. Unfortunately, there's no official way to challenge a registration. If there are competing claims, the office will just register all of them. So you guys could go ahead and register it yourself and claim that you're Satoshi. And at the end of the day, if there is, if people sue each other, they're going to have to prove it in court. And that's what's going on. Let's talk about Bitcoin hitting 20K in 13 days. So says this article. If Bitcoin's price hits $8,300, can it repeat history and reach $20,000 in the next 13 days? This is at a u.today. This is also linked down below so you guys could read it in its entirety. The last time Bitcoin closed at $8,300, Bitcoin never closes, guys, because this is running every 24 hours. 24 hours a day. So, I don't know what they mean by close, but I understand where he's going to. It's probably the wrong word here. But the last time Bitcoin closed at 8,300, says the article, it reached 20,000 just 13 days after. Is it close to that mark again? So can it repeat history? Okay, so according to what he says here, Tom Lee, he is the manager at their Fundstrat fund. He tweeted, definitely a positive development that Bitcoin is now above the 200-day moving average. Many consider if the price is above the 200 moving day average a sign of Bitcoin in a positive trend. BTC acts significantly better when the price is above the 200-day moving average, a win ratio of 80% versus 36% when the price is below the 200-day moving average. So, that's another signal that things may be good. Now, do I think we're going to go ahead and hit 24 or 20K in 13 days? I don't. Okay, let me be 1,000 with you guys. Let's check out the charts over here. And you could see that this high that we reached just yesterday was short of 8,300, 8,000, and change. I think it was like maybe eight. Some wicks go up to 82, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Zoom in. Yeah, it's about 82.5. But this high was lower than last week's high, which was at 83. So once we have to crack 83 is basically what the resistance is here. We have to crack 83. 26 men have more money than the world's population. It's past time for the masses to have value in their own currency, says Momo. Archie says that Craig Wright is trying to flush out, and I lost that. Let me go ahead and scroll back up. He's trying to flush out Mr. Satoshi with his nutty antics. Sorian says, so what's next? The next event for Cardano and when exactly? You're going to have to ask Rev. After the last Cardano event, the price didn't move much. Crypto Task Force says, this action reminds me of one of those Batman movies where everybody claimed to be the real Batman. The fights in the parking lot where several fraudsters came, a laugh riot. BTC is discreet. I agree. Mark D says, Craig Wright is 2 steps ahead of Zhao. CryptoZilla says, I'm famous and I'm going to patent and sue my way to prove it. Mike Top says, hi. Archie says, CryptoZilla, you're my favorite crypto lizard. There you go. In 13 days, it's not possible, in my opinion, says CryptoZilla, for the price to go to 20K. No one can predict it, but chances are high that it can reach by the end of the year. Okay, so you're a little more bullish than I am. I think that we're going to get there next year. Mark D says BTC 20K in 13 days is easy peasy. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision just jumped 100% overnight. This is crypto. 100,000 in 13 days will be special. People don't get how rare BTC is. Bitcoin can go wherever it wants. So, we have some positive comments, and most people believe that it could get there. Some don't. I'm going to be honest. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to get there in 13 days. I think it will get there eventually, sometime by next year. But we got to crack 83. We got to crack 10. There's going to be some resistance on the path. But maybe I'm wrong because, of course, what like the article says here, the last time Bitcoin crossed that $8,300 hurdle, it reached 20K in just 13 days. Okay, and the last time it went over 7,000 or 73, it reached its all-time high in 45 days. So, will history repeat itself? And, this time I don't think so. I think it's going to take a little bit more strength to get to 21K, a little bit more effort is a better word, a little more effort from the markets to get there. But, we may see 10K, I'll tell you that much, which is positive. I'm not a doomer with the price. But I'll tell you this. Let's go back looking at the charts. I think we're going to fall back to around the $7,100 or $7,200 marker. You could see these two support levels here and here. This one around the May 13th and this one around May 17th. And right, since this high that we just saw yesterday was not superior to the high that we saw last week, I think we're going to go downwards. In the short term, though, just in a few days, I think this will follow to around 73 before testing the 83 again. That's my prediction, boomers. Let me know what you think. Again, since this high over here is not as high as last week, I think this shows that, there's not enough confidence yet to break through this resistance, this 83 resistance. So I don't think we're going to break 83 in the very short term. So I think we're going to go down a little bit. I would say we go down a little bit, maybe as low as 73, 72 around this little area right here before doing another run up, before, charging back up. Maybe people will have their buy orders in and then, cause the price to go back up. And this is for the very short term is what I think. Again, I'm not an analyst. I'm not your crypto daddy. I'm not a crypto pro, but this is my personal opinion. I saw Psychic Medium says we'll all hit all-time highs this December, says Jigger Roams. Hopefully, listen, hopefully. I don't think so, though. BTC is going to catch everyone off guard, blow past 20K, and let the FOMO begin, says Niagara Gardner. Let's see. I mean, obviously, if it blows past 20K, the FOMO will be like no other. Mark D says the next BTC run will be bigger and faster. Charts are for soy boys. And, you got a point there. I'm not a charter. I'm going to be honest, Mark. You know that I'm not a charter. I don't follow all the indicators and all that. And I'm just looking at this and say, listen, if I'm going to consider the charts, this is my call for the next couple days. But you may be right that the next run will be bigger and faster. That one I can accept. Now, will the next run happen in 13 days? I don't think so, but let's see. Hopefully, I'll take it. I'm holding the bags. So, let's pump it. Let's do it. Let's, let there be a kapump. I just want to make it I just want to make it all the folks who sold at the top 20K to cry. So let's go to 100K. I'm sticking with it, says Archie. We're here for the long gun, Archie. I think that the medium to long term predictions here are all bullish. So stick around for the party. Shout out to Susha. He says, what's up, champ? Shout out to Crypto Task Force. He says, we believe in the champ. Thank you. Priston Minson's altcoins kaboom. Susha says, getting notifications again. I like that. Boom. All right. Niagara Gardner says 100%. He agrees with you. Okay. P3D about to drop an expansion, says Richington. I don't care about that. I've never seen you in the box. And don't come around shield those funny bunnies. I want nothing to do with that. Okay. Drop a positive comment. Do something that's constructive. Before you go ahead and shill stuff like that. CryptoZilla says most of us probably didn't think we'd be at 8K-ish by now, so who knows? That I agree. I think it would have taken a little longer to cross, around the 8K marker. So you're right about that. Mark D says, I think a lot of retail will miss the next run. Okay, so let's recap here. This article out there, today, it's linked down below. It says that if Bitcoin crosses 8,300, can it repeat history and reach 20K in the next 13 days? I'm not entirely convinced, but some people here in the population of the chat box, some cryptomaniac soldiers, they believe so. So anything's possible. That's true, And I will agree with Mark D that the next run will be bigger and faster. I'll agree with that one. Will we see the next run in the next 13 days? I don't know. Blockchain Susha says they're calling for a $2 to $3 trillion market cap by late 2021. Okay. I'm calling for a $1 trillion market cap somewhere close to the halvening. And, that's me being conservative. So, crypto is young, says Crypto Task Force. And I agree with that. So, maybe we'll see those higher highs. And I'll take it, but I still want to move conservatively and tread lightly. Crypto's young, crypto's for everyone. It's passionate for people like us. The only solution is to get off the grid and system. So be wise, get information, and be prepared. Bitcoin is for life. Richington says, you have misconception about P3D. Look into the big red button. It's the first crypto annuity. Won't comment about it again. I'm just not interested. And, maybe I'll get around to it. But, I've never seen you before. And then you come with that. And, it just strikes me the wrong way. But, respect to you. I get it. Maybe you're convinced. And I'm not prepared to step in those waters at the moment. Okay, it smells stinky to me. But shout out to you anyway. Don't put all eggs in one crypto basket. That's why I say don't put all the eggs in Binance or any other ones, even in Bitcoin. I'd say about 50% at least. But I wouldn't put them all in in Bitcoin either. But it seems like Bitcoin leads the charge here, and that's what it is. Although there's been other coins that have increased faster than the bits. You got Binance, even BAT as well has increased faster than the bits. But I'm still bullish, and I would say the majority of the bag there in Bitcoin. We hit 840 billion in the last bull run, says Niagara Gardner. Yeah, I just want to crack that $1 trillion market cap. That's the goal I'm trying to reach here. The problem with these young crypto cadets and even some veterans, they hope to get rich fast. I don't respect get rich schemes, conservative and Bitcoin patience, and all will be good. Yeah, I agree with that. You got to watch out for the get rich ones. A lot of people coming into the crypto space, they just want to get a quick buck, and that's okay. I understand that. Okay, but we're here for the long crypto boom. We're here for the long crypto ethos, and that's what it is. 100x on margin. Let's go, says Niagara Garden. Let's do that. Kaboom. Hit the like button for champagne. It helps a lot. Thank you, Crypto Task Force. I appreciate that. Shout out to Mints, Blockchain Susha, Zilla, and the rest of the pumpers there in the population of the chat box. Let's talk about what Ron Paul said about banning Bitcoin. Now, you know, just last week that a congressman called for an outright ban of all cryptos, including Bitcoin, saying that it's threatening the US dollar. Okay, so they're starting to admit it. They're a little scared out there. Ron Paul says the dollar is going to self-destruct. He says that a proposed Bitcoin ban is highly unlikely. In an interview with Bitcoin Magazine, Dr. Paul stated that he wasn't technically minded, but has been fascinated by Bitcoin, its market action, and wild price swings. He added that Bitcoin offers an alternative to the current financial system and that he strongly advocates a free marketplace. He's the same gentleman that called for outright just for the SEC to just be shut down. And the SEC, he said, as well as the Fed. And earlier this month, I said it was last week, but it was earlier this month, Congressman Brad Sherman, he called for an outright ban on Bitcoin, stating that I look for colleagues to join me in introducing a bill to outlaw cryptocurrency purchases by Americans so that we nip this in the bud, in part because an awful lot of our international power comes from the fact that the dollar is the standard unit of international finance and transactions. And here you can see him. There he is. The anti-crypto man, Sherman. He looks like he likes bagels as well. He added that Congress in general has less interest in Bitcoin and that they haven't really thought it through. When asked about the validity of Sherman's crypto threat to the dollar argument, Dr. Ron Paul replies. He says that tells you a lot. He's speaking from the deep state establishment, military people, and everyone else in the banking system. He's representing their position that you don't mess with the dollar. But I don't worry about that because the dollar is going to self-destruct. Okay? And that's what Ron Paul, he's the gentleman that wrote the book End the Fed. And shout out to Ron Paul. Blockchain Susha says when Bitcoin hits 10K again, you are going to see FOMO on steroids. Remember this comment. Okay, I'll take it. Archie's asking, did you hear about Shit Connect again? It's starting up. Yeah, I think that's not legitimate. I want nothing to do with that. CryptoZilla says, can't mine BAT, but you can earn it with ads, says CryptoZilla. Indeed. Shout out to everybody who's been downloading the Brave browser and earning BAT tokens simply by viewing ads. I told you guys, you can't call yourself a cryptomaniac soldier if you're not using crypto-friendly applications. And one way you can is by downloading the Brave browser. It's almost identical to the Chrome browser, and it blocks ads. And if you turn on a feature, you get a little notification where if you click on it and view the ad, you end up getting some BAT tokens as well. And using this browser, you can also tip websites and your favorite content creators, including YouTubers as well. I had some boomers send me over some BAT tokens via the Brave browser. Shout out to Bit Papa. I know he's one of them. And, you know, it's definitely a sexy way to just send out the tokens right there through the browser. So go ahead and download it. I have a link down below where you guys can download the Brave browser. If you download it using my link, they give me a little kickback of, I think, maybe like $5 BAT or $5 of BAT or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but you know, it's another way to help the champ. And you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to register anything. This is just a web browser. It works both on your desktop and mobile. Crypto is the only asset class that hasn't been inflated yet. Silver and gold won't pump unless China gets their way. Unlikely. Indeed. And you know that Bitcoin is deflationary. Bitcoin has a limited circulating supply, so it's not inflationary. Crypto Task Force says, Champ, I sent you $10 a BAT. Thanks for the videos and inspiration. I appreciate that, Task Force. Thank you so much. There you go. Task Force, he downloaded the Brave browser, and he used it to send me a little crypto tip. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Task Force. Stay booming out there, and good luck to you and your YouTube channel. I always support anybody that's getting on YouTube and trying to make content. Guys, Task Force has made a crypto channel. He just started the other day, so go over there and check him out and show him some love. Blockchain Susha says, I don't own any BAT, but Brave is dope. Yeah, and you can earn some BAT, so you don't have to even buy it. So just download the browser And, I've already earned a few bats, over 10 bats, I would say, at this by this time. And I've had it for a few weeks, almost a month. Oscar Ruiz with the strong biceps, the money bags, and crypto charts on the way up, indeed. Jigger Rome says, in the futures, hookers were charged 1 bat for a long time. The future's bright. That's funny. Champ, what happens with Steam looks dead, says Sorian. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a shame. It's one of my favorite blockchains there, Sorian. I still use it, and I still post there on Steam. But it's been quiet. It seems like the price has been low. I think the problem with Steam is that it inflates at too fast. Okay, there's too much inflation. I'm okay with some inflation on some of the coins because it encourages people to spend. But and that one, I think it inflates too fast. And I do think that downvoting on the blockchain puts people off. I think that downvoting on Steam holds too much power. I'm okay with the downvoting, but you could easily like economically abuse somebody on the blockchain if you have a large stake. And I think some people get put off by that. And finally, they need to make it easy to create a Steam account. Because, the Steam accounts, they cost money. It's like about, $5 worth of Steam, maybe more, maybe less, but somewhere around there. And, when you sign up through Steam, essentially you're being delegated that Steam until you can get up and running. So they got to find a new and easier way to, create accounts. But yeah, shout out to Steam. I'm still using it. And someone posted the other day about Steam saying, is this the bottom for Steam? Because it's such a great idea. And, they're going to implement smart media tokens. They got dApps running there. And Drug Wars being one of my favorite dApps, my favorite games to play on the blockchain. I got a link for Drug Wars down below. It's a resource management-based game. It looks a little like GTA as far as the branding. And it's fun. And that's a game, so don't expect to, kapump with it. It's just for fun to play with. Yes, no upgrade on Steam. I hold a bag of Steam, but it's really disappointing. Yeah, I have a bag too, and I'm still there on Steam, and I post. I question whether this is, the bottom for Steam because it's about 30 cents or something. I don't know exactly what the price is. Let me check here really briefly on CoinMarketCap. But I question whether it'd be the bottom because I'm not convinced that Steam's going to die. I think there's still a community. There's still people posting. It's 37 cents right now. It's up today. So, Hefe says, I don't like that Drug War switch to future token, but yeah, I like the game. I don't like that either, Hefe. I'll be honest with you. I don't like that they switch to the future token. They still work with Steam, but you got to exchange the future for Steam, and yeah, you have to have a minimum of 50 future in order to swap it out to Steam. So I don't like that either. I think that put me off. I'll be honest with you, and because when I got into it, it was all Steam based. Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to Jigger Rome's Archie, Sorian, and the rest of the boomers out there. Just let's do a quick recap before I go ahead and tune this down. Going back to what you guys are going to see in the headlines today. Craig Wright has attempted to copyright the Satoshi white paper and original Bitcoin code. Okay. Craig Wright, the self-proclaimed creator of Bitcoin. I'm not convinced. I still think he's fake Satoshi, has filed registrations with the U.S. Copyright Office supporting his claims of authorship over the original Bitcoin code and Satoshi white paper. Okay, so he filed a registration. Okay, Jerry Brito says registering a copyright is just filing a form. The Copyright Office does not investigate the validity of the claim. So let me repeat that. The Copyright Office does not investigate the validity of the claim. They just register it. Unfortunately, there's no official way to challenge a registration. If they are competing claims, the office will just register all of them. Okay? So they do not investigate the validity of the claim. So some of the headlines out there that's saying it's been confirmed that he's Satoshi, that is misleading. It hasn't been validated out there, boomers. Yeah, the fake Toshi don't quit. Right, he doesn't. This guy, I don't know. He seems toxic. I'm not feeling his energy at all. I'll be honest with you. I'm not feeling his energy at all. Let's move on to this article. If Bitcoin price hits 8,300, can it repeat history and reach $20,000 in the next 13 days? You can read this at u.today. It's also linked down below. The last time Bitcoin closed at 8,300, it reached $20,000 in just 13 days. After it is close to that mark again. again. So can it repeat history? I'm not entirely convinced. I think we'll go back to about $7,300 before we test that $8,300 marker again. That's my call. Although let it be known that other people here in the population, the chat box boomers, are saying that this is possible. So, I don't think it is, but, I'm not going to ignore what some of the boomers are saying out there. And then finally, you got Ron Paul. He says that Bitcoin ban won't stop the dollar from self-destructing after that Congressman Sherman out there. This month, he called for an outright ban of crypto. And you can see Ron Paul responding. He's saying to end the SEC, end the Fed, and let Bitcoin boom. The dollar won't stop from self-destructing. I'll take a few more comments and questions before we go ahead and land this plane. Check out all the links that I have down below, down there. Again, download the Brave browser, start earning BAT tokens. Have an invite to the Coinbase Earn program. Guys, if you haven't signed up for this, this is more free coins that you can get just by watching videos and answering questions. There's an invite to Coinbase Earn. Even if you've joined Coinbase already, you need to be invited to this program. I have an exclusive link down below. You can start earning Stellar by watching videos and answering questions. There is also opportunities to earn BAT, 0x, and Zcash. Okay. Also check out the links that I have for the crypto exchanges. If you haven't joined those exchanges, check out Drug War Steam DApp game, the Magic Dice game on Steam. The videos I have. One of my favorites is NPCs and the hidden symbolism behind the Wizard of Oz. That's one of my favorite videos. Put it, go ahead and link that one down below. You can see the top 5 blockchain industries that I've been calling. And Miss Archie asked about fungibility. I recommend you guys watch this video, 5 reasons why Monero could be superior to Bitcoin. You could check that out down there as well. And what else? I got a crypto tip jar. So if you like to send a Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, we got the addresses there. Sites to buy Bitcoin, and then the programs to get healthy. We're going to go ahead and fire up some of those self-improvement chats sooner than later. I know I skipped last Friday, but maybe we'll be back. And check out the water filters. Indeed, check out all the links, and shout out to Revolution. Bitcoin SV pumped over 100% within hours today, then had a slight pullback. Yeah, we talked about it all the broadcasts, throughout the broadcast. He's attempting to copyright the Satoshi white paper. I'm not entirely convinced. Captain Ron says, time for coffee and some booming indeed. And shout out to Oscar Ruiz Gaines. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and land the plane on the tarmac and put the car on park. Always a pleasure with you boomers. I know I came on a little early, but I got to keep you guys on your toes, on your P's and Q's. You never know when I might pop up on you, but I'm here every single weekday, boomers. Every single weekday. Go ahead and put up a bookmark here on this YouTube page so that you can get direct access here. Other than waiting for the notifications, which they probably won't come in. On that note, I'm out of here, guys. Check out all the links down below, and stay booming out there. It's the voice, your crypto commander-in-chief. Shout out to all the crypto couples out there. Thanks for tuning in. Kaboom.